Hello and shalom. I am so sorry I haven't kept up with this channel. I know that's like the last 3 videos, I think, if not more. My goal was to keep up with this channel. I initially started this channel to do a homesteading channel, to show our journey, beautifying the property, getting everything built. I thought we'd be up here a lot sooner, and when we weren't, I got a little depressed and kind of hyper-focused on homeschooling and parenting and cleaning my own apartment. And I was so sick of apartment living. It was draining on me emotionally, mentally, physically. It was draining on our wallet. And so a couple months ago, a friend of mine reached out to us and asked if we wanted to go up and live on their property, and so we could save money, so we could help them, because they needed a lot of help getting their land cleaned up and getting their home cleaned up. And they wanted some parenting tips and parenting help and all that stuff. And it was hard to do living almost an hour away from each other. And so she was like, why don't you come and live up with us? That way we're closer. You're saving money. And then they asked if we could house sit this summer so they could go to a family reunion. And we're like, yeah, that's fine. And I was kind of hesitant, just because this friend of mine is very, very dirty, extremely dirty. And, they didn't have the best parenting practices. That's why they were asking for our help, because we used to have similar parenting practices, and then we did research and took parenting classes and got better. And so we're trying to help them because they understood that. So I was hesitant. So I brought it to my husband, half hoping he'd say no, but also knowing that there really was no other choice to save money and our sanity. So he was like, yes, that's amazing, let's go. And we moved up within like a month of that. And so we'd been helping our friends, being there for them. And then there was an incident with our children. And we tried to address it like adults. We expressed our concerns about the home because things were a lot worse than we realized. It was beyond just, it was not safe for the children. And otherwise I wouldn't have said anything. Like, it's none of my business, you know. But once children's safety is a concern, then I will speak up, because I don't care who you are. You can be my sister, my friend, somebody I don't even know. If a child is in danger, if their safety is at risk, I will address it with you. It's my job as an adult to help protect children. I went to school for child psychology. I was a CNA. Children come first. So I tried to address this with them. My husband and I were on the same page, and we had already made the decision that we needed to get out because it's really bad. And we looked at each other, we're like, if they're not receptive to this, if this blows up, we got to go. And so we brought it to them. It blew up, totally blew up, absolutely, 100%. The children were trying to say it was their fault, the stuff that was going on, and I was just like, no, it's always the parents' fault. It's never the child's fault. She got mad at me, told my husband to control me and to make me be quiet, because I told the child, I'm sorry, but it's not your fault. You can't blame yourself. It's always on the parents. And the mom got mad at me because she allowed her children to speak up in the conversation. You know, I wouldn't have let my kids do that. But whatever, different styles of parenting. But in this case, children's safety was at risk. And they were not receptive. They blew up at us. And then later on, the husband came out and told my husband that we have to leave. And I told them that we have no place to go. We came out here to help them, that we already plan on leaving as soon as taxes are in, and that need to wait. That if they want us to leave before taxes come in, they can serve us with a eviction notice and go through the proper legal steps. Because in Washington State, you actually have to. You can't just tell somebody you need to leave. But as soon as we told them that, they backed off. And they're like, no, we weren't saying you had to leave. We were saying it's just you're no longer welcome. So please hurry up and don't make yourselves comfortable. It's like, well, yeah, that was already planned. This place is gross. It's smelly. They eat rotten food and serve rotten food to their children and justify it. And I could not do it. And it was so hard to hold my tongue. And I didn't realize things were that bad because before, you know how people can be before you like live with them or be with them. Whew. Sorry, I just realized my car door was open and I don't want the battery to die. My 12-year-old got into the car and she left the door open. And I have a bad hip and got up a lot faster than I thought. But yeah, it's bad. I tried to talk to them about it. And basically, they kind of turned everything around. They're making us look like we're not the best people. They're gossiping to people about us who we don't even know. And it's like, we don't even really have friends because this is how people are. Almost all the time. Nobody can address things like adults, and I don't understand it. But I'm kind of venting now. It's not what my channel is about, complaining about other people. I'm not gossiping or anything. I'm just telling you guys like the fact of what happened, why things have been so crazy. But yeah, so we're there. Taxes are coming in like a week. We already got a down payment on a trailer to live in while we build our beautiful home. I'm gonna show you guys the work we've been doing today and how awesome it's looking. I've been raking today. It's so green. It's so green this year. Last year it was so dead. There wasn't this much green everywhere. I've been raking up. I think I said sweeping a little bit ago. If I did not mean to. I meant to say raking. But yeah, look at all this. It was not this green last year. And then grass is already growing up around that. We just put sand down around there last year. Or the end of last summer. And the family has been over here while I've been raking up and working on all that stuff. They have been making a little foundation area where we can put the trailer. Excuse me, I was coughing really bad and decided to pause it. But yeah, it's going to be... How big is the trailer, love?
22 feet.
It's 22-foot trailer. It's like one of those pull-along living ones. Has a bunk and a bed and a table bed and a kitchen. And so they want to get this good and done. They're going to be tilling up the soil. Kevin's been doing that, so have the kids. And then they're going to even it out, and we're going to put rocks down. And then we're going to pull the trailer up when we have it. And this is where it's going to go. I'm going to get raking up here, get all this stuff cleaned up. But yeah, they've been working really hard today. Kevin measured it with his feet because he's a size 12. And started digging everything up. He made the outline. He's been doing the digging up all that stuff. The kids decided to jump in and help. Earlier, Emily was helping me with sticks. Maddox, while I raked up, Maddox was picking up pine cones.
He was picking up rocks too. Over here.
Yeah, he was picking up rocks. Mordecai was picking up rocks.
Help make that pile behind you.
Yep. This pile.
Make that pile.
Yeah, it's so beautiful up here. Look at this. It's so pretty. And then there's a lot of cleanup to do. As you can see on the forest, there's a lot of fire hazard up in there. Lots of stuff that we need to clean up. And then there's like let's see, the tip of my finger off in the distance, that thing right there. That is a bunch of old logs, old trees that were cut down and left to rot. We have some up on the other side of the cabin too. But yeah, I'm excited because we will be up here in about a month or less, hopefully. But yeah, I just wanted to update you guys. Apologize for not keeping up with the channel. I'll even show you, maybe, you know, I'll try to show you what the bus looks like. It's not the best. Like I said, my friends were a little dishonest about who they were and what their beliefs were and their values and morals as human beings. And so we're no longer friends because I don't care to be friends with people like that. I'm pacing too much. But yeah, like I said, they were dishonest. And the bus that we moved into, the old bus that they lived in, it was like half effort makeshifted into a tiny home. It's bad. It's filled with mold. It's rotting on their land. We ended up taking out the panels inside of it to find rats' nests. And like, we're all really sick there, really sick. And so we have oils diffusing all day long. We're drinking elderberry syrup like no other. And we're constantly spraying mold and getting rid of mold. And so that's something we're going to have to detox from as soon as we're up here. This is bad. And there's no escaping it because the mold is inside their house too. It's all over their house, all over the trailer. It's everywhere. Mold and animal poop. So I can't be there anymore. I can't help. There's only so much you can help somebody, right? Before you realize, yep, there's nothing I can do. Some people, you just got to leave them to figure it out their own, if they ever do. And then you just got to pray for them, because it makes me sad when people don't figure things out for themselves and they live a long life of laziness and misery. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great time. I will try to update this channel regularly. It'll be a lot better once we're up here. Anyway, I hope you have an awesome day. Shalom.